Hey, crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky DIY, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba, Canada. What's the fold? I've got a fun, easy fun fold for you today. I'm just prepping our card base, which is, sorry, watching the line, Berry Burst. I've got zinnia paper here. So our card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Well, 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored in half. I've got the zinnia paper here that we will be using for our matte layers. I've got an easy way to show you how we're going to use this stuff today. And yeah, let's get started. So we've got our card base. I'm going to put this one as the front. So we're just going to flip it over. This is 4 1/4. No, it's not. Oh my gosh. Oh, it just started to pour here. 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we've got that one down. I've got a piece of 4 inch by 5 1/4 again. Now this one is scored at 7/8 of an inch. The reason I did that was because I wanted to do a bit of a paper saver. So this is just a strip off of here. And then this strip that we're also going to be using is the remnants from the whole 12-inch sheet. So we've got 4 score lines. We're going to move this out of the way so we don't accidentally tape it. We're going to add a little bit of tape here. Yeah, this is going to be the outside of our cube. And then we're just going to make sure that all of our score lines are well scored and then just lay it flat. And this is going to create our column pop-up card. So this is going to go inside of our card. So we'll adhere on this strip. So we're going to kind of aim for center. Adhere a little bit here. You want to make sure that you're going to be in between the score lines and butt it right up to the crease. Give it a push down. This is the easiest way for me to make sure that it's actually going to land where I need it to land. And then we're just going to do a bit of adhesive here, push it down, and then you've got your pop-up column here. The reason that I chose to use designer series paper instead of another piece of cardstock was purely for thickness. Cardstock would add a little bit more thickness than I wanted on this layer. So I'm not using the cardstock, I'm using the DSP instead. Okay, so we've got our zinnias here, and this is again a 4-inch strip. I've got my 2-inch punch, and I'm just going to punch out. Oh, maybe I'm not going to punch that one. Well, I will, but we'll get there. Okay, so we're going to punch our flowers. And going right to the edge is fine because I'll show you how we're going to hide that a little bit. That one, and then I want to use this one, I think. And then we'll use this one. You can use a larger punch. You could fussy cut. You could do whatever is easiest for you. And I'm using the group of 3 for this today. And we're just going to place this on our card. So I'm going to lay this right at the very edge of our card so that it's not going to be too... I think maybe I need another flower or 2. Let's do this one. And we'll do this one. Okay. Yeah, I think that's, and I'm not going to bother with that piece. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive onto our flowers, and then grab some dimensionals as well. Okay, so we're going to lay our flat flowers first, and then we'll pop up the ones that we're going to be using the dimensionals with in just a second or two. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to put this guy up here. This one I'm going to lay, I'm not sure where that one's going to go yet. That one we're going to put there. Okay, grab our dimensionals. And again, if you wanted to, you could use whatever paper you wanted to for this one. Your card, your choice. Whoops. That dimensional decided to lay rather strangely. And then there we go. Okay. So these ones are all laid flat. We're going to pop this one. Actually, I think we're going to put this one down here. And then pop this one up there. I think we need another one. I'm just kind of filling it in as the mood strikes right now. It's a very... Crafting is not a linear journey for me. We kind of just go with the flow and see where we end up, which sometimes works in my favor and sometimes really does not. We'll see where we end up. Actually, got a lot of that color. I feel like we need a little bit of a different color going on here. Okay, so 5, maybe another purple one. We're basically creating our own designer series paper here. There. Okay, and then we'll add dimensionals to this one and this one. And this other one that I've punched, I'll just, actually I think I'll stick that one on the inside maybe. Okay, we'll place this guy here. And then this one, I'm gonna do like a bit of an under-over idea. All right, so I'm going to stick this one kind of under this one and on top of that one, and then we're going to line it up to the edge. All right, so there's our front panel done. Just going to give it another little push with my thumb. And then for our center, we've got, this guy is going to be our sentiment. And I'm using You Are Loved from Softly Said. I love stamp sets that have gigantic sentiments. And this one is pretty much perfect. Actually, I'm going to do it this way, and I'm going to cut it down a tiny bit, but I'm going to stamp first. And base, ooh. Okay, I was a little bit overzealous with that stamping, but it's all good. We're just going to go straight up, straight down. No wiggle jiggles and no halo. Okay. I'm going to do You Are Loved, give it a bit of a trim. So I'm trimming it down to 1 3/4. And then I wonder if we did, okay. So we need to trim it a little tiny bit there as well. So this is already 4 inches. I'm actually going to trim it down to, I think, 3.5. And then we'll test again. So we'll place it, yeah, so maybe knock it down to 3 just to make sure that it's going to fit. This was all in, yeah, perfect. This was all in my head. So I needed to make sure that it was actually going to work. Okay, now when we're going to place our sentiment strip, you want to make sure that you're not butting too terribly close. So we're going to leave maybe, I don't know, 1/8 to 1/16. And we're just going to apply our adhesive to the very, very edge. And make sure that it's right side up. I'm going to place it there so we've still got enough room to write. Oops. So place your sentiment where you would like it. Give it a bit of a push, close it, and then give it a really good push down. Okay, and then there's the pop-up, still oodles of room to write. And then I'm going to add our, actually I think I'm going to put our flower down below. No, we're going to do the flower. And then I'm going to take this. Now, if you had, you could do a pair of scissors or you can do your paper trimmer. I'm going to use my paper trimmer because it's right here. And then trim it. Nope, not quite. There we go. And then that was the scoring blade. And then we'll just give this another little bit of a trim. There we go. All right, so now our flower is trimmed exactly where we need it to be. We're gonna finish this guy off with some, actually I think we're gonna use the purple gems. I haven't used these very frequently, although, oh, wait. You know what, we're gonna use the pretty in pink because it's got just the tiniest little bit of sparkle. Two, oops. Oh my gosh, my fingers today. And then we'll do 2 of the smaller gems. Actually, no, we're going to add a few more. Do just poke one right here, and then we are done. If you wanted to, you could add a sentiment piece across on the front, or you can just have it be the sentiment that's in the center. So if you do try this, I would love to see you share your picture over on my Facebook page. And as always, thank you so much for spending a little bit of time of your day with me. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe so you're notified every single time a brand new video goes live. As always, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate you spending some of your time with me. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.